I'm live, hooray! Boy, you're like always the first one in here. You must be like waiting for me every day. You even had a comment in here before the first person appeared up on the screen here. What are you doing? You're making a lot of noise back there. Oh, you're just playing with a brush. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Starting to get a few people in here now. That's cool. You're bored. Yeah, I hear you. I just got back from doing today's video, so I got a little exercise in. That's always good. Now I'm ready to talk to you guys for a while. How's everyone doing this fine day? Beautiful day in Texas right now. Low 70s, clear skies, a little bit of a breeze. Can't complain. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get smarter now about live streaming and trying to check to see if Jordan is live streaming, because there've been a couple times where I get in and he's live streaming and then nobody's over here. So yeah, I saw he did an April Fool's Day one. I haven't watched it yet, but we'll check it out in a little bit. That's good. I'm glad everyone's doing good today, except for being a little bored. Yeah, I hear you on that. It's warming up in California. Okay, well, it's warming up a little bit today too. Yeah, it looks like he was off about an hour ago, so that's cool. So it's my turn now. Now you're all mine. Now they got Jordan to warm me up for me, huh? Yeah. And Nibble has come by to see. Oh, she's gonna run away now too. I'm gonna move the table here, move the computer a little bit. But I bet you I can coax her back into the shot. Yeah, and here she comes. One for you too. Yeah, they're kind of looking like your eye, like, what the heck are you feeding me? Although you did take it and eat it. You know, he's thinking to himself, the second I figured out how to get that lid off on that thing, I'm not going to need you anymore. Yeah, that's sort of what I've been thinking about the outdoor stuff. You know, a lot of people can't get out, and right now we're not on really lockdown, and it's really weird because the outdoorsy place where you'd think there'd be a lot of people out, there's just nobody there. So I have these outdoorsy places all to myself. So I'm actually better off self-isolating just by going out and doing vlogs than I am anything else. When am I cooking up a new recipe? I don't know. I gotta kind of figure out, you know, when getting stuff from the store gets back. You know, when I can start getting stuff from the store again. You know, and I just not sure about, you know, wanting to go and, you know, get. Okay, hang on. I got to deal with this. I got takeout a couple nights ago, and Nibble loves to chew on plastic bags, and she's chewing on a bag right now. Hang on a second. Yeah, none of that. No eating no eating plastic bags. That's not good for you. Sorry about that. Nibble will chew on like the plastic bags that like takeout comes on, and I don't know. I just don't want her eating that. She can if she's just chewing on it, it'd be one thing, but if she swallows it, it can be really bad. So anyway, we're talking about cooking recipes, aren't we? Um, and then Nibble starts eating a plastic bag. I don't know if that's a metaphor for anything, but anyway, yeah, I'll pick up the cooking recipes or the cooking vlogs again, just when the stores get a little bit better stocked, and when I can be reasonably certain that I'm going to be able to, um, get everything I need. So, they'll continue again. Nice having two kitties. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, that snake, that was just a little baby. He was just a cute little snake. And everyone seems to think it's a garter snake or something like that, and they're harmless. So, no, Bite did not definitely look like he wanted that lid to go back on. That's not true. They'll always need me. They don't have thumbs. I don't know. Bite's got pretty good manual dexterity with those paws, so you never know. The question I always have about these curfews, where you got to stay home unless you're going to the doctor or going to the groceries, is how do you verify that that's actually happening? The cop pulls you over and say, "I'm going to get groceries." What are they going to do? Follow you to the grocery store? Make sure you do that? Just sounds like one of those things that wouldn't be easy to enforce. I've been trying for the last couple of nights to frequent some of the local restaurants and stuff like that rather than cooking in. So many of the restaurants are just in such deep trouble right now because business is so down. So just want to kind of help them a little bit. And actually tried to go to. Well, I think I mentioned I went to Kim's Burgers a couple nights ago. In fact, that was a bag that Nibble was chewing on, was the bag that came in. And I tried to go to the one of the pizza places. You may recall I've done a couple of vlogs where I went to a place called Morosa Wood Fired Pizzeria, which is here in town. And I was going to go try and hit them last night and just get a pizza to go or something like that. And right about the time I was ready to go, I got a call from my mom. I didn't quite get to the phone in time, but she left a message, and apparently she screwed up her cable TV or something like that, and can't figure out how to get it to come back on. So we spent about 45 minutes or an hour on the phone trying to figure out what was wrong. And finally, I actually got her to turn on the video teleconferencing mode on her phone so I could actually see what she was looking at. But she was still struggling a little bit to realize that you hold the phone like this and you point at what you want to see, and then I can see it, and I'd say, okay, now aim the phone at the VCR or at the cable box, and then she'd do this. And it's like, no, 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 you got to keep facing it. You look at the screen, and we got to work. She needs a little practice on that, but I don't know. We had it on, and I could sort of see what was happening. She's also got to work on her camera handling because she's doing a lot of this with the camera, and it's really hard to see anything when the image is bouncing around. But that's okay. We did what we could on it, and I wasn't able to figure out what the problem is. And I think there's a couple possibilities, but it was kind of beyond her ability to check them out. I think maybe it's possible one of the cables is loose back there, or we couldn't even seem to get the cable to come on, the cable box to come on. So it's possible it got unplugged or something like that. I don't know, but they're gonna have to get somebody up there that can actually physically look at it. Yeah, yeah. Going back to that, I think I really want to try and help some of these restaurants around here, especially the ones that I've reviewed and really liked. I'd like to you know uh, kind of get a chance to give a little something back here to the community. Like I said, especially with these restaurants, I'm not doing chains. I'm not going to go to Wendy's or Burger King or anything like that. You know what? They'll do fine. It's these little one-off mom and pop shops that you know they're already kind of hanging on the edge. But I actually did after I got off the phone with my mom. I actually did try and go over to Moroso to get the pizza, but I got there like 2 or 3 minutes after 8, and they'd already closed and all that. In fact, the guy saw me pull up into the parking lot, and I was in the process of looking online to see what their menu was, and he came out and says, "Yeah, we're closed. We just closed a couple minutes ago." And he said, "But hold on a second. Let me see if they'll make you something. What do you want?" And I said, "I was looking at a pizza." And they said, "Hang on a second. Let me see if they're still if they'll do that. Because I know he was kind of thinking, oh man, we're kind of hurting for business. So even though it's a minute or two after we close, maybe a little business would be good. But unfortunately, they already shut down the pizza oven. So I don't know. We'll probably go back tonight. That's part of the reason I started this a little earlier today and got my vlog done out of the way first, so that I could get there and not miss them like I did last night. The guy was apologizing left and right. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I wish we could have done it. And I'm saying, no, I understand completely. It's weird. You get, weird. Everything's weird right now with the virus and all that nonsense. And it's just, time to, try and help each other out a little bit. And I told him I'll be back. So I'm actually kind of hoping that maybe prices will go down a little bit. I guess it could go either way. But I would think that the tendency would be for the house prices to go down, because I'm guessing there's probably not going to be a lot of people in these kind of uncertain days where they're talking about, maybe 30% unemployment. I know that's like worst case scenario. That's probably not going to happen, but everyone, everyone are real concerned about what the economy is doing. They're going to be maybe a little reluctant to do it, and that could mean that there are more houses for sale than there are buyers, and that can't do anything but make prices go down, which is bad thing for them, but it's a good thing for the buyers. So I don't know. We'll wait and see, but it might make sense to really hop onto this really soon. Maybe sooner than later. Take advantage of this. I hate the sound of taking advantage of a global pandemic, but sometimes you can do that. Hey Angela, how you doing? And April Fool's Day to you too. Yeah, we're not really doing a live stream. This is over. Bye. Yeah, fooled you. Yeah, that place where I cover the number up, the telephone number. Yeah, that looks like a cool place. I definitely want to go check that place out again. It looks like a fun place. I don't know if it'd be something that'd be appropriate to go in and vlog in there, but there's all sorts of kind of cool, you know, fun little stuff for decorating your house. Am I looking forward to work tomorrow? Yeah, I'm getting stir crazy. I mean, I like doing the daily live streams, and I like going out and seeing what nature's doing right now. But I also like being productive, and I guess maybe I am being productive here, but it doesn't feel like it as much when I'm going in and putting in a full day at work. So yeah, that little store I showed you, that is a fun looking little place. I'm gonna have to go check that out sometime when it's open. I seem to be there a lot when it isn't open. How long have have I been on? What, been on here? Only about 15 minutes. Actually, I kind of broke that rule a little bit. I took a nap this morning, but I don't know. That just might mean I don't sleep very well tonight, but I'll sleep well tomorrow. Always works out that way. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes a lot of those stores they don't want you coming in there and you know filming or anything. I don't know. I've been filming like at Fry's Electronics. When I was just trying to buy something, I was just taking pictures of the product and I've had like managers come up to me and say, "Yeah, we prefer you don't do that in here." And it's like, okay, whatever. It's not like I'm trying to steal your display, your ideas for displaying product or anything. Big impressive idea, shelves with product on it. Wow, I never would have thought of that on my own. But whatever. Yeah, that's sort of how I look at this too, Kathy. I'm keeping myself sane and occupied a little bit doing this, and I'm actually glad I was able to do it every day. So even if bite is getting fatter as a result. April Fool's Day joke is on me. Okay, what are you looking at? Huh? That's your answer to everything. Meow. I did some of the stuff. I didn't get as much of the training done as I would have liked to, but that's okay. We'll get it taken care of. I'll go in there and because right now all I'm really doing is shadowing people, so they're going to have to allocate a little time because I got to do some actual physical training in there that I need to go practice on. So they're going to have to allocate a little time for that anyway. Yeah, Angela, that's really the way to do it. I mean, everybody is really staying in. I even when I went out and did my vlog today, I think I saw, three or four people the whole time I was there. I think I'm probably safer, going out and vlogging than I am staying in my apartment. Because, if the virus gets in here, there's a reasonable chance that it may stay here for a while. And the truth is, I'm pretty certain that the air conditioning system of this whole building is all kind of tied together somehow. There are connections between the apartments, so I'm concerned that somebody in the next apartment or a couple apartments over gets it. The air conditioning or heater could bring it into here. It doesn't really, it isn't really as much of a risk, I think, being out in nature, because when you're outside, even if the virus gets out there, the wind's either going to blow it away, or if it stays anywhere, the sunlight is going to denature it almost immediately. So, am I nervous about going back to work tomorrow? No, I'm not. I'm just excited. I'm ready to be back. I'm getting a little stir crazy. I don't know what the work level is in terms of people around here, because there's a lot of people still hanging around here a little bit, and so I kind of hear the neighbors clumping around in next door a little bit. They got a couple of kids, and it's possible the kids are home from school and stuff like that. But I don't know how much of a worry it is about the air conditioning, but I do know that when this apartment next to me was empty and when they were uh, refurbishing it and getting it ready for the next tenants, the couple days or so that they were in there painting, it was gassing me out in here when I had the air conditioning on. So, there is something that's pumping air between the buildings. Yeah, that's possible that could be a fault. You're right. Rivers sometimes tend to do that. Jen wants you to have a belly rub now, right? What do you think about that? You want a belly rub? Hmm? Come on, belly rub time. Her belly is getting bigger and bigger with all the kitty treats, isn't it? Ah, there you go. How about a kitty treat? Want a kitty treat? Now the nibbles wandered off here. You might get more. You drop it. All right, you jump off the couch. That's the end of it. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I haven't really been using the AC that much. It hasn't been that hot lately, but it also seems to happen when I have the heat on. And unfortunately, when it's 40 or 30 degrees outside, you can't open the window and get some more heat in here. That tends to be a little counterproductive. Yeah, my experience is Waco people have been very friendly to people moving in from out of town. Yeah, I've not felt unwelcome or uncomfortable once here. There, you compare that to a number of times that I walk around in LA or something like that and feel uncomfortable. You're at 178 now. That's good. Yeah, we'll keep them going. Like I said, you just got to keep them now. Keep them entertained. Yeah, I am so ready to go back to work. I'm getting stir crazy since Bite's gone away. Here, let's switch away from the two shot here. We don't need that anymore, right? Sorry, Bite, you're no longer the star because you're over there and I'm right here on camera. So you got to be on here to be on camera. Then you get to be the star. Yeah, get this coming around here. Let's see if we can get her on camera a little bit. I bet you I can coax her into the shot again. She was coming behind the chair, but then I rattled the kitty jar in here, and now she's stopped and staring at me. Come on, Nibble. You want some? Not you. Come on, Nibble. Yeah, there she comes. Did Bite just take your kitty treat? Just because Bite stole your other one. And she dropped it, almost lost it anyway. She's getting a little bit more aggressive with those lunges, like Bite is. She's learning a bad habit from her brother. Yeah, I think I got to agree with you, Jan. Texans are really friendly. Do I believe we're being tracked by our phones regarding staying in or out? It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't have any knowledge of that happening, but I know the technology is in there. April showers may bring May flowers, but what do May flowers bring? June bugs. Maybe they'd be more friendly if I just let them sleep on my bed. Yeah, I know, but then I have cat fur all over my bed too, and that's something I'm trying to avoid. What do Mayflowers bring? Allergy season. Yeah, that's the other part of it. And look who's back. We play with that tail. You know, that's my tail, right? Nibbles down here on the floor too. But the kitty treats didn't come, so now she walks off indifferently. Am I getting dressed just for you? No, unfortunately, when I go out and walk around the trails in Waco, if I'm wearing my underwear and t-shirt, they tend to frown on that, even with the quarantine. So now I have to get dressed for that. Yeah, sorry, bite. No treats tomorrow. What are you ever going to do? I know what you're going to do. You're going to stay up in your room and you're going to sleep all day on the shelf. So that when I get home tomorrow night and I'm trying to sleep, you can walk around the house all night going meow, 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 meow. Yeah, the allergies I have aren't really related to pollen or anything like that. It's just a genetic thing, I guess, that I got from my dad. Hey, everything I inherited from my dad, it can't be good, right? Got to be some bad things in there too. When will I do my next live stream? Yeah, we'll do one next week. You know, Sunday is probably a good time. You know, we'll see. You know, I kind of like doing them on the weekends just because there tends to be more people there. And since Saturday is sort of out of the question now because of being a work day, you know, that leaves me on Sunday, and so yeah, that's probably what it'll be. Sometime Sunday. I haven't even decided yet. I might, and this is not a definite yet. We'll have to see what happens next week. But I may even resume doing daily live streams on my days off. No promises, but you know, I'm at least thinking about it. Saw a slogan, stay home, save lives. Yeah, well, it kind of concerns me that governments are taking advantage of this to lock everyone in their houses because, that can be a form of control. And, once the government has that form of control where they can say, hey, this is an emergency, everybody needs to lock themselves in their houses, and you get to the point where there's a possibility, that they'll just do that over and over and over again as a form of control. I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I don't trust anyone that has the ability to throw me in jail if I don't do what they tell me. How do I know you wouldn't like to see me walk around in my underwear? Well, let's just face it, with the petty things that YouTube has demonetized my videos for in the past, I just don't think that there's a good chance that that wouldn't happen in this case. And we are trying to keep this a family show here. What have I not done vlog wise yet? I haven't done a vlog in my underwear. Yeah, there are a lot of people that you see in wearing masks around. It's a little crazy. It was really noticeable when I was at the airport flying back and forth from California. About the half the people were in those masks. I've tried sardines a couple times. I'm not really a fan. It's funny. I love fish. It's just just sardines, anchovies. Neither of those really do anything for me. Yeah, this is my last day of self quarantine. I'm going back to work tomorrow. It's been 20 or it's been 14 days now because I hit the 14-day mark last night at midnight because I arrived in Texas from the airport and basically left the airport and got into my car at about midnight on Tuesday 2 weeks ago. So yeah, yeah, I know what Jan meant about the cat, but meant for the fish. But I don't know. Someone else there mentioned that those kinds of fish don't seem people friendly. So I think that's kind of where I was going with that. Have I ever tried freeze dried cat treats? No, I haven't. I got to admit. Catfish, rainbow trout, both are good. Just what I need though is to give you guys something more to eat, as if you aren't big and fluffy enough. Quarantine, yeah, I know. Who knows? Yeah, maybe get me to stop shedding too. I know I'm shedding on the top of my head, and that isn't just when we're moving into spring either. That's all the time, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not a fan of oysters either. I like oyster stew or oyster soup and stuff like that. But Oysters on the half shell. I mean, I've had oysters Rockefeller too, and that's all right. Well, that's also the concern. These guys are spoiled enough, but then again, I wouldn't put up with them not eating anything else. I put the cat food out, and if they don't eat the cat food, then they don't eat. They'll eat when they get hungry. Not like they don't have 14 years of belly fat to draw on if they have to, right? I think you're a long way from starving to death. Definitely. Wow, wow, wow. Calamari is good. I love calamari. You love me, Bite? Or do you just appreciate me because I'm the one that gives you the kitty treats? Huh? Wow. That's just kind of answer for everything. I'm going to start calling you Groot. Are you Groot? Hmm? Wow. Okay. I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, yeah, I bet you my cats would love salmon too. I think Bite would do fine missing a meal for like a week. Nibble too. You talk to your brother's cats over the phone. Well, I'm talking to all your cats and dogs over the internet. So there we go. Okay. Your people all the time say, comment that, oh yeah, every time you meow, my cat or my dog perk up and stare at the TV. Last time you ate calamari, you got sick, but you were in Cancun. Well, there's your problem. Yeah, I've never had a problem with calamari. In fact, my mom's a real finicky eater, and even she likes calamari. I think a lot of people just kind of get creeped out about it because of what it is. Yeah. Ooh, it's squid. That's gross. Yeah. See I've heard a lot of people say that their cats or dogs perk up when they. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. So on that note, here's a joke for all of you who have cats and dogs. Meow, meow, meow. So you even got his attention. Meow. Even Nibble's coming around here. Meow. I've tried octopus. I'm not a fan of octopus. It's too chewy, too rubbery. That's really the only thing that would be considered like sushi that I'm not a fan of. It's like chewing on a tire. Just it doesn't do it for me. Yeah, I got Bite's attention, didn't I? But now you realize there isn't a real cat here. It's just me. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah, he totally talks to me. I've seen live octopuses in like a fish tank or an aquarium, right, and that kind of stuff. Hey Jeff, how are you doing? Welcome to the group. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Jan. It's like a cookie racer. I mean, I got to admit, I've never chewed on uh, tire rubber or an eraser, so I can't say for say that for certain that that's how it tastes. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it tastes, right? Hmm? Meow, meow, meow. Let's see if we can give out some kitty treats here because I see Nibbles about to pop out there. Yeah, here's one for you, Nibble. One for you. Another one for you. One for you. Okay, that's enough. Enough for the fatties. Yeah, that's right. It's just such a fatty you can't even keep track of them in your mouth. They end up falling out of the mouth. You pig. You're a pig. Yes, you are. Oh, Tim's here too. Hi, Tim. How are you? You mean the fluffiest? No, you're not the fluffiest. You're the fattest, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're a big fat cat. Yes, you are. Big fat cat likes to shake hands. We can do that in the world of social distancing because you're a cat. Yes, you are. Nibble's eyes are the same color as Bite's, kind of a yellowish green around the outside and then the dark pupil. Ah, yes. Show them your eyes so everyone can see what Bite's eyes look, what Nibble's eyes look like. Yeah, Nibble's eyes look the same. Do you see yourself, huh? Meow. Okay, you go over there. Now it's like he's standing in the corner here. I could probably attempt to do the same thing with Nibble, but then I'd I'd be doing the rest of the vlog bleeding all over the place. So yeah, that was your butt. That was your close up, and now, as per usual, now you're gonna go show everyone your butt, aren't you? Yes, you are gonna show everyone your butt. Jeff's gonna make a phone call. Okay, well we'll be here for a while. We aren't even at the halfway mark yet, so yeah, Bike wants to be behind me now, huh? Probably less chance of me grabbing you and holding you up to the screen so everyone can see your eyes, right? Is that what it is? Well, since you're going to move to the center screen here, I'll move to the center screen too. How's that? A little different camera angle so everyone doesn't get bored looking at me from the same angle, right? Although you're still going to face away from it and show everyone your butt, aren't you? You're just not much of a gentleman, are you? You show everyone your butt, you take Nibbles treats. I meowed, my cats looked to see where it was coming from. Yeah, that's definitely my joke. Yeah, I'm totally ready to go back to work. I'm uh, I'm over this being home all the time. I mean, even I've been going out and seeing a bunch of things, so it hasn't really been that bad of a time off because I've seen some really cool things. I've been really enjoyed going out and seeing the super bloom around and some of the other things I've seen. That little snake out at the wetlands the other day, that deer on the trail in Cameron Park, that was really exciting. His eyes are as big as saucers. He's up to something. Are you up to something, Bite? I said the only thing you're up to is about 20 pounds, right? You're up to about 20 pounds, aren't you? Because you're not fluffy, you're fat, aren't you? You're a fat cat. And that's what you're up to. Cats will miss you during the day, but they will adjust to it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they get bored with me, maybe I could, put a, put the live streams on the big screen and they can watch it all day. I don't know. I've seen those treat dispensers that they have that you can connect up to your cell phone, and you can dispense a treat from. You can have your cat or dog see you on the TV, and you can see them, and you can dispense a treat whenever you want to. I ought to get one of those. Have to worry about Lyme disease or deer ticks. I don't think so. Like I said, you saw how close I got to that one. No, if I've told you once, I've told you a million times. I'm not fluffy. I'm fat. I'm fat. Yes, I am. I'm a fat cat because I eat too much. Because I'm spoiled. Yes, I am. I'm a spoiled cat. All right. Almost slid off the chair there, man. You're so fat, you almost slid off the chair. Your dog was alive. He had a tick on his eyelid. That doesn't sound like fun. Now you're over there, huh? The cat had an ingrown claw. Oh, that's good. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Poor baby, huh? What do you think? Ingrown claw doesn't sound like a lot of fun, does it? I'm surprised that they just didn't put your dog under for that, or at least give him a little bit of a sedative to slow it down a little. Didn't like his head being touched, huh? Never been a problem with this cat. He likes to have his head touched. Loves to have his ears scratched. Loves to have his butt scratched. No, not that part of the butt. Loves to have his hand shook. Just a very tolerant kitty. Loves to be brushed. So he puts his paw around mine to control the brush so I don't take it away from him. You had a cat that loved corn on the cob? That's pretty funny. They just said that you're an angel. Are you an angel? That's not the word I'd think of. Yeah, you can have it down there. The cat loves bacon. I guess I could totally see that. I can kind of relate to that. I love bacon too. That tail twitch. You're just wondering when the kitty treats are going to come out again, aren't you? Nibble is too. Nibble's just over there watching. It's like waiting for the lid to come off again. Is that an empty picture frame on the wall? No. That is, if you remember when Jordan did his 100th video, he made a poster and he gave it to me. In fact, we're on a laptop. I can actually pick it up and we can go over there and look at that. Hang on a second. That's the beauty of going on a laptop. You can go mobile here. But when Jordan did his 100th vlog, he made this poster and he gave it to me. And then when I did my 100th, I also signed it. So it's signed by him on the day that he did it. Let's see, get it down there so you can see it. Let's see, where is it? Boy, you can barely see it. Yeah, there we go. Going to get the glare out of the way a little bit. But he signed that on November 17, 2016, when he did his 100th vlog. And if you go watch the 100th vlog that he did, it was right at the beginning of the video. And then, like I said, he gave it to me. And when I did my 100th, I signed it too. So that was when my 100th was, which was August 4th of last year. So there you go. Now you know the answer to that. No, it isn't an empty frame. Don't go mobile very often, do I, huh? Get everything plugged back in here. And the mouse, not a real mouse, a computer mouse. So I can deal with all the trolls when they come in here. Your daughter's cat fights you for the first cup of coffee. You feed your cat coffee? Well, I can't imagine how hyper these guys would be if they got coffee. Do you ever think of it as pig or just bacon? I think of it as bacon. And you participated, yeah. Yeah, it's just because of the contents in the frame are mostly white, and you're getting a little reflection off the glass and stuff like that. So you can't see it that clearly, but yeah. Your birthday is on November 17th. What a coincidence. All right, that's cool. So yeah, go back and watch Jordan's 100th vlog on your birthday, 3 years ago now, I guess. And you'll see the origins of that thing. In fact, I told Jordan that I'd pulled that out of the storage locker a few days before I hit my 100th episode, and so he kind of thought that was kind of cool that I was going to do that. Am I doing bag lunch? I mean, I assume you're talking to me. No, I've been hitting the grill at work. They've got a grill there, and so I don't know. I may get to the point where I get bored with it. You know, at Disney we had Subway sandwiches in the backstage area in a couple locations, and we also had a grill, but the grill rarely had anything good, and so I'd end up doing Subway like almost every day at work. I got to the point where I was so burned out on Subway that I haven't had a Subway sandwich now in probably more than a year. You know, you just burn yourself out on stuff like that. What am I having for dinner tonight? I think I'm going to go out and visit one of the local restaurants. And I know I tried to go last night and they were just closing when I'd gotten there, so I was a little too late. But a lot of the restaurants in town are really struggling right now. So I think what I'm going to do is going to go. You may recall earlier, well, late last year, I did a couple of vlogs on a pizzeria in the area called Moroso's Wood Fire Pizzeria, and I think I'm going to hit them for a pizza for dinner tonight. When your daughter was about 5, we went to a butcher's shop and there was a pig's head in the case, and your daughter screamed she thought they'd killed Alf. Ouch. That's no good. Yeah, I think a lot of the bigger companies try and do something because it's better if you can keep everybody on premises. Although I got to admit, neither of the CD factories that I ever worked for did that, and they had maybe enough people to justify it. I guess it depends on the company. And what this place seems to have done is they seem to have brought in one of the local restaurants, and the local restaurant just basically operates the place. And Amy has food poisoning after eating pizza. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, the pizza that I had at Moroso was really good. And so, like I said, I tried going there last night, and they closed at 8 o'clock. And I pulled into the parking lot about 8:03, and somebody saw me pull in, and they came out and says, "Yeah, we're closed right now, but hang on a second, let me see if we can still make something for you." And he ran in and came back out and says, "Yeah, sorry, they've shut down the pizza grill." So the guy was apologizing profusely. I think they understand that things are really bad right now, and well, of course they understand that they see the bottom line every day, right? And so they appreciate every little bit of business they can. And I wanted to make sure they knew that I wasn't going to abandon them because they closed at 8 o'clock. So I think I'll probably hit them tonight for dinner. After the virus outbreak, you're never going to eat another can of soup again. See, I haven't really been living on soup. I have some in the house, but I've got enough. I bought some chicken breasts and pork chops and hamburgers, so I'm doing all right. Been eating that pretty much. A couple frozen pizzas, that kind of stuff. I saw something on Facebook. Campbell's cream of bat soup. Pretty sure it was a joke, just based on what's going on, but still. Mother-in-law thought you were being prissy, huh? You like to cook, your daughter doesn't. You wonder whose daughter or whose child she is. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they mixed it up at the hospital. I've heard of that happening. We're getting so boring here. Even the cats have left me. Yeah, I've been trying to do the same thing with businesses I go to also, because they're throwing in little bits and pieces extra, and I like to tip a little bit too. So even when I hit like Kim's Pizza Place the other night, I threw in a healthy tip just to kind of help keep things going. I'll probably do that with Moroso too. That this Halloween everything's gonna be bat themed. Yeah, maybe. where people just go around with surgical masks on. Yeah, I used to have red robins. Well, still have them in California. I don't think I've seen one here in Texas. But then again, I haven't really looked for one either. So I always thought red robin had good hamburgers. What do I think about the president saying it's a Chinese virus? It's the truth. It's a virus that came out of China. I mean, somebody earlier was talking about one of the other viruses. What was it they called it? Um, it's pretty common to name viruses after where it came out of. You know, so we have to acknowledge where it came from because the part of figuring out how to cure it, how to prevent it is acknowledging where it came from. I actually think I saw the chicken to the tree thing too. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I don't like to waste food either. I mean, even if I don't have room for it, I'll usually try and pack it in. And if not, I'll get a doggy bag and take it home. Yeah, you're right. Red Robin does have good fries and onion rings too. I've never had bats in my house, but when I would go visit my uncle in Minnesota, he had a cabin up on a lake in northern Minnesota, and the bats would get into the attic, and early in the morning and late in the afternoon, you start hearing them rumbling around up there. I think bats are cute, though. I think they'd be a good, great pet. What do you think? Would you like to have a pet bat? Huh? That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? You'd probably chase it around the house, though, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. Thanks, C&B Young. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going back. It's going to start early tomorrow. I'm going to have to get out of the sink of sleeping in so much, but that's okay. I'll adapt pretty quickly. Things go really quickly when I'm at work anyway, so that's good. The days fly by. 12 hours seems like a lot, but it isn't. Yeah, people. I know bats are good creatures. I actually like bats. Like I said, I wouldn't mind having one as a pet. I've heard of people having them as pets, and they're apparently really great pets. They're good insect eaters, so Yeah, I'm definitely hoping they don't shut down the work because of the virus too. I don't think they're going to, but it's always a threat. That is one of the good things about being in Texas, though. Texas isn't being as crazy as certain states are. Like I said, I couldn't get out of California fast enough after my father's funeral. You know, I left actually a day early just because I could kind of see the direction things were going, and I didn't want to get stuck there. Might not have been stuck in your apartment or house or whatever. But I could totally see them shutting down the airports. At that point, that would have been a problem. Now, it actually wouldn't have been as big of an issue as it turned out because I still would have gotten the telephone call from my boss a couple of weeks ago, telling me I was on quarantine. So it would have just been, I would have had the time to do it. But it probably also would have delayed my return because he probably wouldn't have started the 14-day quarantine clock until I actually got back to Texas. And my only option then would have been to, drive back or wait for the quarantine to lift. And it doesn't seem that things are getting better in California. It seems like they're getting worse. So I think things worked out for the best. Like I said, I'm glad I got out of there when I did. I think Bite would have something to say if I had a bat too. The overseas robocalls that restarted. Yeah, well, what are you going to do about that? I just block the number the second I find out that, if somebody calls me and I don't recognize the number and they don't leave a message, then you know what? You're blocked. You received four in the last minute. That's insane. Yeah, I don't get a whole lot of that. So that's a good thing. Yeah, it sounds to me like all the schools in Texas are closed because I'm seeing kids out and about now, and this would normally be a school day. So although they're not really being out that much, they must be playing in the house a lot because usually if the kids are out, there's a bunch of kids in the community here, and they're usually out whooping it up and making a lot of noise and there's kind of a big quad open area out in front of my apartment. And so what they end up doing is they'll end up playing, baseball or something or throwing the football around and it always ends up in my backyard. So your sister had a bat infestation in the attic. A couple of them got inside the house. That sounds like fun. Yeah, what you all got to do is you just got to figure out where they're getting in. And then once you get them out, then close it up so they can't get back in anymore. Best time to do that, I think, is wait until night when they're all out hunting, and then close everything in. You made an executive decision. You're making homemade chicken enchiladas for dinner. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Hi Maria, welcome to the group. Yeah, we got a ways to go yet. We're a little bit past the halfway mark, but sorry, I'm hearing noise in here. I was trying to figure out what it was. Yeah, but we'll be here for a while. I've been trying to do at least 2 hours, and we got about 45 minutes more. So happy you made it. See if we can get Nibble to come back down here. I don't hear the Nibble. You also had woodpeckers knock holes in your house. That's I think sometimes like that the bats and the woodpeckers are working together. The woodpeckers make the holes and the bats go into the holes. So did the workmen fix all the issues with the electricity yesterday? I think they did. They must have power at least partially back in the building because there's actually a floodlight out in this area that I kind of figured was attached to the building that lost the power. Um, at least attached electrically to the building that lost the power. And ever since the fire last year, that floodlight hasn't been on. That floodlight was on last night for the first time in 5 months. So they must be making some progress. And I haven't seen them out there. So they must have gotten it fixed up. I don't know. I actually kind of want to go out there and look at that breakout box and see what they did in there because it was a rat's nest in there. I think I said yesterday that breakout box is a perfect metaphor for this building, for this whole complex of the quality work that they do. And somebody revving their engine out there. It just gets annoying sometimes. Well, that's one of the things that I found about this place that does still a little annoy me. There's this really popular trend right now. People like to have vehicles that don't have mufflers or have straight pipes on their exhaust system. And so, that just seems to be the big thing now. It must just be a local thing because I don't remember it happening that much in California. Yeah, every once in a while you get it, but it seems like everybody has it now. It's like Jumanji up in your attic, huh? That's funny. Right. He's over on the floor over there now. So since he doesn't want to be a part of the picture anymore, we'll just go back to the original camera angle here. Supposed to get some rain tomorrow, and it looks to me like if I'm looking at the weather report right, it's going to rain all for the rest of this week through the weekend and all of next week too. So that'll be pretty cool. We're back in work, so that won't be that big of an issue. But I love it when it rains, so that'll be great. Everybody's really quiet today. Maybe I've just burned you out on me with these daily live streams here. Do I get to pick the ads that are shown on the channel, or does YouTube do that? YouTube does that. Yeah, I have no real say over it. I do laugh when people tell me that they're seeing Disney ads. That's funny. I don't even work for Disney anymore, and they're still paying me. Whatever, that's good. I don't know exactly how many people work in the building. A few hundred, I'm guessing. Because it's four different 12-hour shifts covering 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Plus, there's like management, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'd say a few hundred. Haven't even met most of them, so but they seem like really nice people so far. At least the ones I've met. So you hear the neighbors out and about right now. How does the management deal with social distancing? I got to admit, I don't really know. I haven't been there in a couple of weeks. And the worst part of this has been the last 2 weeks, so I don't really know how management is dealing with that. All I know is I believe the place is still running. Like maybe what I'll do is I'll run by there today just to make sure. I do want to kind of check in with my boss to reiterate the fact that I'm through the quarantine now and showing those symptoms. I'm feeling fine. Looking forward to coming back. So cat's becoming a little needy right now. Yeah, well, probably good timing because my cat just went over there and he's hanging out next to the wall right now. Don't know what you can do when I go back to work. Well, I'll we'll figure something out. I know Jordan's doing more live streams than usual, so he may choose to pick up the slack a little bit. I don't know what would happen if I left the live stream all day on with the kitties. Might be kind of boring because who knows, they might walk away from the shelves and you wouldn't even see them. It'd just be a shelf, be an empty shelf. It'd be cool if I could like hook up some GoPros to their head that would just follow them around all day. Hey Jeff, how you? Glad you're back. See, I knew this going to potentially be a problem that people would get addicted to these daily live streams and then go through withdrawals or something like that. Well, that's glad. That's good. I'm glad that you guys appreciate these. It makes me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. Yeah, I don't know. I could potentially do that. See what happens. There's always a possibility though that if I started a live stream and like pointed it at their shelf where they sleep during the day, that it could be a point where they'd walk away and you'd just be looking at an empty shelf. That would be the only issue. But I might be able to pull something off like that. Have to run power up to it. It's definitely something to think about. What do you think? Would you like to be on a live stream all day tomorrow? There wouldn't be anybody giving you kitty treats. That's the only problem. You're not addicted. You're not addicted. You're obsessed. Okay, yeah, that's way healthier. The funny thing is, I could actually, if I did run a live stream all day of the cats, I could actually, check in on them myself. Yeah, that's sort of what I've been trying to do too, is kind of keep things positive and upbeat, and that's really what this last 2 weeks has been about too. Even a lot with the subject matter that I've been doing on the vlogs, going out and seeing the outdoors and looking at the super blooms and all that stuff. So yeah, I know that's sort of been what the goal was. I'm doing something very productive while you watch me in your PJs, huh? Yikes. Okay. Fighting a headache today, and so you're just listening. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's an option too. Yeah, I don't know. I might think about something like that. Doing doing a live stream of the kitties all day. I don't. I'm assuming that YouTube would let me do that. I know my technology could handle it. It would just be an issue of what YouTube had to say about that. If they'll let, because it would literally be a 12 or a 13-hour live stream because I'd have to start it before I go to work tomorrow, and then it would keep running all day and then come back on. I'd turn it off when the day was over when I got home, and that'll be like 7:30. Yeah, I've actually seen advertisements for that stuff where you can like dispense kitty treats by pushing a button on your phone. I don't have one of those, so I wouldn't be able to talk to them. All I'd be able to do is, put something on the live chat screen. And I'm pretty sure these guys don't know how to read. Do you? Do you know how to read? He's back now. Guess he got tired of laying on the floor. Call it the Here Kitty Kitty live stream. Well, I know that Nibble does come up on the sofa here and check things out. She's still not to the comfortable to the point where she'll come up here while I'm here. I don't know. I'm going to seriously consider that doing a kitty vlog tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it might be funny if the cats freak out when it thunders or something like that. You mean you're being productive, but I'm being lazy, hanging out in my PJs. Yeah, somebody asked me earlier if I'm getting dressed just for you guys, and I was like, well, sort of, kind of in a way, I am. I mean, I got to go out and do the vlogs every day, and so I have to I have to kind of get dressed up for that. But even that's sort of for you guys. So, hi, Gene, glad you made it. Yeah, we got another half hour or so you'll be fine. I ever heard them running and playing in the middle of the night? Yeah, but their worst trick is to just sit and meow endlessly. You're gonna drive all your cats at home crazy because I'm about to do this again. Wow, 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 wow. Wander around at 3 in the morning doing wow, wow. You won't even charge me a percentage for the ideas. That's good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bite staring intently at the treat box. It's been a while. I suppose we could give him another one. Nibble isn't down here though, so she's not getting any. Just to see if she is. Sometimes she'll just kind of hang out on the stairs over there. But usually the shaking kitty treat jar is enough to. People are walking their dogs in their pajamas. That's funny. You guys are. I see. I knew that was going to happen too. You guys were going to get addicted and spoiled by the daily live streams, and now you're going to go through withdrawals over the next few days because I'm not here. That's funny. Your neighbor mowed his lawn in his PJs yesterday. Yeah, why not? Yeah, like I said, I don't wear PJs. I'm usually a t-shirt and underwear, so I think that'd be a little bit weird if I were like walking around Cameron Park in in a t-shirt and underwear and my fuzzy slippers. Maybe pajamas might be the hip thing to wear. Yeah, you can watch the vlogs, of course, and I mean, I keep all the live streams up, so you can go back and watch those too. Yeah, Nibble's back. Hey, Nibble, you want some kitty treats too? See if we can coax you around the corner there. She's right around the corner there where the chair is. See if we can coax her over here. Come on, Nibble. There she comes. Not you. You're already fat enough. Plus the fact you got like 5 treats just a minute ago when Nibble wasn't here. So these are for Nibble because she's a good girl. Stay away. To those of you who have kids, do you ever play favorites with your kids like I'm doing right now? I'm just getting so jealous. Okay, there's one for you. If you misjudged that a little bit more, my finger would have gone right down your throat that time. Wouldn't have. Yes, I would have. Thanks, Jan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought this would be a good idea to do this. So I'm glad you guys appreciate it. You know, it's the least I can do. It's easy to do. Just get on here and talk to you guys. You guys are all great people, so it's really kind of a pleasure to do that. So I'm glad I can help. I mean, I've said it before. Texas is a little bit open in terms of letting people go be out and about. They aren't doing anything crazy, at least not out here in the sticks. So that allows me to go out and do some kind of fun stuff. Do I have fuzzy slippers? No, they're the slippers you've seen. And I'm not wearing them right now. I'm just wearing shoes. Like I said, I've already come back from doing the vlog today, so the slippers wouldn't work very well. It's really muddy out there, so the slippers would be a mess if I walked out there. But feed them dry or canned food. The cats get dry food. Yeah, that's all I've ever done with them. The cats don't need help being finicky. You had a guy come into your workplace in pajamas and slippers to fill out an application. Oh man, that doesn't sound like a good way to get a job. You know, it's just me, but what? Who knows? You only have one child. You tell her she's your favorite. Want to really mess with their heads? Tell them that they're your least favorite too. Are the cats picky eaters? No, absolutely not. They eat what I feed them, and I think it's just because I don't let them get away with being finicky eaters. If they don't eat it, they don't eat. There was one exception to that, and I think I got like a defective bag of cat food or something like that because they wouldn't touch it, and even I'd get near it, and it didn't smell. It didn't smell like cat food. It didn't smell like anything. So I think it was just a defective. Something got past the quality control and didn't get manufactured properly. So I just threw the bag away and got another bag, and they were fine. Might have been that they just didn't like that brand too, but neither of them would eat. So I was surprised when I saw bamboo the first time, and I guess I can understand how it would be an invasive species, but I still really like bamboo. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind putting bamboo in my own yard, just because it's like a great barricade too. You know, you get it thick enough. I know even Disney did that. They barricaded some of their lands with bamboo. Thanks for stopping in, Angela. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love when you come in every time. So glad you were here. Go on, do what you got to do. We're going to be going for another 20, 25 minutes still. So, unless everyone logs out and stops right now, we'll go for a while. Yeah, well, if bamboo is the invasive species that everyone's saying it is, then it doesn't surprise me. It's spread through a big area because I've seen it probably along a 3 or 4 mile stretch of the Brazos River there in Cameron Park. I remember the first time I remember seeing it out there. I was like, wow, that's cool. They got bamboo out here. But I also kind of like bamboo for building materials too and stuff. I had some like wild bamboo growing in the yard. That'd be great for, you know, building a gazebo or something like that because bamboo is really strong. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate you too. I always appreciate you stopping in and adding your 2 cents to the discussion. It brings everything up. So thank you so much. I really should be thanking all of you because all of you contribute to this. You change your mind, it's difficult to get rid of. Yeah, I'm guessing Roundup will probably work. Yeah, I've seen that. They've used in China, they use it for scaffolding. But then again, in China, they also use bats as food. So got to balance it all out. No, I've definitely seen them use bamboo as scaffolding in China. They can get a panda. That's awesome. Yeah, I could get. That's it. Yeah, we'll have a panda. Got to get dinner ready. Doing homemade chicken spinach Alfredo pizza. Huh? That sounds interesting. All right. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that. What's kudzu? I don't even know what that is. Oh, they're both down here again. Bites on the floor and Nibble is just over there a little bit. I'm sure we can coax her into the shot though. Yep, here she comes. Oh, she's going to take the backside of the chair approach here. So you'll see her pop out there. Yeah, there she is. There's the Nibble. Come on, Nibble. That's not for you, that's for her. Nibble. I feel bite like that all the time. I keep wondering how many times you're gonna fall for that. Yeah, every time, right? I go like this, and then I throw it to Nibble. That's another one of those cases. If you misjudge the distance a little bit, my finger would have gone right down your throat. You know that? Yeah, there's the proof that he isn't very smart. But he's my buddy, so that's good. There's one for you, Nibble. All right, well, they're off torturing each other here. Thank you, Kenny B. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Kudzu is a southern thing, grows everywhere. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know what it is. It's planted to prevent soil erosion. It takes over everything and covers trees and houses. Wow, that sounds like quite a plant. I had passion vines in the house in California. They kind of sort of did the same thing. Yeah, bites addicted, definitely. If you ever see a drive-through in Tennessee, you'll see it. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of times, just, I never hear about something and all of a sudden somebody brings it up and then all of a sudden it's everywhere. So, I don't know. Let's see if I can find a picture of it, of what it looks like here. That's what the internet's for, right? I knew it wasn't just for porn. Oh man, yeah, I totally see what you mean, how it just kind of takes over everything. Yeah. And that's what it is. It's picture after picture after picture of it just choking everything out. That's pretty insane. Moss or mold, huh? Okay. That's funny. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about the coronavirus too. In fact, now that the Wuhan province of China is starting to get better, kind of get control and contain this thing. I hear that the same uh, shops that started this in the first place are back open again. I've heard that they're like politicians in the United States that are trying to encourage China to shut that all down, but it's probably not going to happen. Which means this will happen again. Kudzu is called the vine that ate the South. It grows a foot a day, and yeah, yeah, that's definitely what it looks like. And I guess I've seen how stuff is kind of covered up like by that stuff. So Yeah, I was hoping somebody would enjoy that joke. I get a little blue sometimes. That's okay. I still try and keep it G-rated. But do people actually eat the kudzu? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me see here. Got to back up a little because I got to get the context of the thing here. Because I wasn't sure if people. I don't know if it started because somebody said they were eating it, or if they were just comparing it to bamboo because it's invasive. Yeah, I guess they're just comparing it to bamboo. Because I don't know how you would eat it. It just looks like a vine, making you laugh a lot today. Well, that's sort of what I'm here to. I think sometimes the laughter is the best medicine. Kind of keeps you going. It's definitely makes you feel better. Well, it's probably good that you can't eat it then with a name like that because can you imagine going into a restaurant and saying, "Yeah, well, what's the kudzu special today?" And they walk out bringing this big long vine with them, and you just graze on it. Well, part of the problem you run into in China is that there are so many shortages and there's so many people that are starving that unfortunately starving people will eat whatever they have to. You look at what's going on in Venezuela too, it's the same thing. If there's nothing to eat, people will eat what they can. Starts off with your pets and then it's rats and bats and whatever you can find. Oh, is kudzu poisonous? Okay, well, all the more reason not to eat it then. But I know, like I said, I had passion vines in my yard that that basically took over. It turned out it was really easy to propagate those too. I had a couple of different varieties that I would grow for like friends. And, my mom had some, and my mom was a hairdresser, loved passion vines, so I'd bring her passion vines. And did you just burp? Yeah, I heard you burp. You pig. You're a pig. You know that? Yes, you are. Tastes like chicken. That's good to know. Yeah, that bugs me a lot. And that they're eating cats and dogs and stuff like that. Oh, no instant pot kudzu recipes. You're right. My dad used to say that every time he wanted us to try something new. It's funny because I was always the more adventuresome eater in my family. You know, uh, I would try something if I didn't like it. There's a few things I don't like, but I never dragged my parents down the sushi rabbit hole. I'm a huge fan of sushi. Um, I did get my mom to try the calamari, and she liked that. Um, I still can't get my mom to really get into like ahi tuna, which is like raw tuna. Really good. One of my favorite things. will say that American Chinese food is way different from what is in China. Yeah, I'm sure because I'm sure the FDA doesn't let them serve cats and dogs and bats and whatever they can find in the road. And I'm guessing a lot of foreign food that comes over here is Americanized. I don't think I've ever had ahi tacos, but I've had like ahi salad, which is really good, and I mean I like basically just about anything with ahi in it. I'll try just about anything once, but I mean I'm looking at the comment right above yours, and that's definitely something I wouldn't try. I'm not going to try roadkill, not even once. You got to have some limits. But if it's something that seems pretty normal that I've never had before, that I'll definitely try it. Yeah, so even I pulled Jan back from the edge a little bit. No, I'm not a fan of liver. I got to admit, I've not a fan of that. Apparently, cat tastes like chicken. Yeah, well, I never know. Yeah, yeah, I'm not interested in any kind of liver. I don't know. It's one of those things that kind of disgusts me a little bit. I understand that people love it, and I'm sure there's things that I really like that disgust others. So whatever. I'm sure not everybody's into sushi either. There were a few things that my mom used to make when we were young. I don't know if it was even her that made them or it was her mom. Because I guess for instance, beets. A lot of people are into beets. I am not a beets fan. And it's because my mom or my grandmother made them a lot when we were young. I don't know if necessarily if my mom liked them or if it was just that her mom liked them. But they would, somebody in that family loved them, and we'd get them all the time. And it's like I wasn't a fan; it just wasn't for me. Yeah, I'll try something interesting. I went to that fair last summer. Where the rodeo where we saw all the horses and the cows and all that fun stuff, and they had like a fair going on there, and they were selling crocodile, and I'd never or was it crocodile or alligator? I think it was alligator, and I'd never had alligator before, and so I said I wanted to try that, and I don't know if I can really honestly say whether I liked it because there was too much else that they'd done to it that changed the flavor. I tried bison burgers once too, and it was the same thing. There was too much stuff that they added to it that didn't give me an option to really taste what the meat is. Everyone says bison burgers are fantastic, and I didn't taste any difference, but it was because it was like a barbecue bison burger, and so the flavor of the meat was just completely overwhelmed by the barbecue sauce. So I got to try it. a little bit more just by itself sometime. Yeah, I'm not, I've had pickled beets, I've had regular beets. I'm not into either. Just a personal thing. You've eaten and discovered you don't like mole, huh? Holy moly. Who'd have thunk? Your grandparents always had jars of pickled beets with purple hard-boiled eggs in them. I like hard-boiled eggs, but like I said, I don't know if I'd want them to be pickled, and I definitely wouldn't want them in there with beets. So it isn't really a texture thing with the beets. I think it's just the flavor. It's just not my thing. Yeah, I guess I've heard of beefalo too. You think cilantro tastes like soap? Huh. That's one I haven't heard before. I like cilantro. Cilantro's good. In fact, I've got a little cilantro that I had from one of the recipes I made recently. And what I've been doing actually is mixing a little bit of it in when I make my omelets in the morning. Yeah, I didn't burn out on raisins, but I don't eat them a whole lot. They're all right. I don't have a problem with raisins. To me, no matter how they've been prepared, beets taste like dirt. Yeah, I don't think it was really that problem. It was just it was a sweet flavor I'm just not really into. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Kathy. Yeah, we're almost to the end here anyway. We're about to hit 2 hours. So, and I got a video from yesterday and a video from today. I gotta still edit. So, yeah, maybe cilantro is one of those things that if you have a certain genetic makeup, it tastes like soap, and if you have a certain another genetic makeup, it tastes like something else. I remember when I was in biology class, there were these like test strips that they would pass out just to kind of show how genetics work. And you basically you put it in your mouth, and if you had one genetic code, you tasted nothing, and if you had another genetic code, it tasted very bitter. So it doesn't surprise me that there could be other things that work that way too. Okra, I've had okra a few times. Okra is something that I kind of had heard of, but never tried until I got here. So I was very eager to try that when I got here, and I like okra. Okra's good. I've had like it's mostly been deep fried okra, and there's not a whole bunch of things that aren't made better when you deep fry them. And Jan wants me to not leave. Well, I can't go on forever here. I got to do a few things today. Actually, I got all my bills done today and got the census filled out today. I guess today is the last day in the United States to do the census, so I did that today. It's all online now, which is weird. And it seems to me last time I had to fill out the census, there were a lot of questions about how many toilets you had and stuff like that. It was real simple this time. Never tried pickled okra. That could be good. Yeah, I know kids. I would have loved it if they stopped school in the middle of March when I was a kid. I could if I want to, huh? I'm going to put the live stream on, let you watch me edit my videos. That'd be boring. Live vlogging, no editing, huh? I mean, after that little experiment we did yesterday with a mobile hotspot, I suppose I probably could almost do that. Although I guess it'd probably just be easier just to go out with a cell phone and live stream that way. Yeah, phone just woke up. Who was that? I don't even know how these guys even get me. I just got a message that says April is 420 month. Boy, talk about bad targeting, huh? Yikes. Well, Jan, maybe since you got the time here, you should start a a live stream here. There's nothing to it. You just turn on the camera and talk to people. Party on, Wayne. Yeah. Actually, those are the videos that are the easiest to do too. Are the ones where you just do everything in a in one take. I get those every once in a while when I'm out. When I'm doing a sitting in the chair talking to the camera vlog. Nobody wants to talk to you. That's what I thought too. But here you guys are. It, they're texting questions back and forth to you. So I bet you they'd talk to you. You should try it sometime. You might be surprised. Go onto the Facebook page, tell everyone, hey, I'm going to go do a live stream. Subscribe to my channel, provide a link to it, and you'd be surprised how many people pop on. Very easy to do. You'd be surprised how interesting you might be. Because what I'm not really doing anything on this. I'm just getting on here and I'm answering your questions. And sometimes that leads me off into some tangent that I ramble on for a few minutes, but that's really all there is. Well, you have a YouTube account, otherwise you wouldn't be able to participate here. So yeah, go to your home channel and you should be able to do a live chat. Can't do a chat very well. I'm legally blind. Okay, that's a good excuse. That's a good excuse. Although I think they have like little adapters that you can plug into your into your laptop or your cell phone or whatever that will actually translate text on the screen to braille. I've heard of people doing that. I mean, legally blind and technically fully completely blind, I guess, are two different things. But so I don't know. I don't know if, as a legally blind person, you have to read braille or anything like that. But we'll maybe someday get to the point where the live streams will actually literally be real live streams where everyone's broadcasting video and then everyone can hear each other. Although I can see a potential problem with that too if everyone's talking over each other. It'd probably be fine on a small group like this where there's 28 people watching, but if you were a Jordan live stream and there were like 300 people in there, that would be a different thing. Oh yeah, you liked the vlog a couple months ago with the people with the little model airplanes? Yeah, those were fun. I've actually been seeing that they're still out kind of doing a bunch of stuff. So maybe I'll go visit them someday. They don't seem to be on full shutdown. I saw something on their Facebook page a couple days ago that there were people out there still flying the planes around. Yeah, I agree with Todd. If you have user, if you have a channel on YouTube, you can, you know, you ought to be able to log on and just do a live stream, see what happens. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going back to work. In fact, it looks like kind of people are starting to wrap it up too. So I think I'm going to wrap up for the day. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I really enjoyed talking to you today. Like I said, I'm not going to do any live streams now for the next couple of days because I'm back at work. But we'll probably do one again on Sunday, and we'll just kind of play it by ear whether we resume the daily live streams on my off days. But like I said, I'm going back to work tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Going to be very happy to finally go out and do something productive, and so looking forward to that. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.